So this is my 1986 Chevrolet C10. It is currently sitting on top of a 2005 Ford Expedition chassis. Main reason for picking that particular chassis is it has fully independent suspension, all four corners, fully boxed frame. It also has a posi track rear end from the factory with 355 gears. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it just yet, but I'll come up with a name soon enough. Recently put the front clip on it, which that's temporary. I'm supposed to be up under aligning it, but as you can tell, it's fucking raining out here. Anyway, doing a little catch up with videos. I've got a sheet metal dash, which there's no video evidence of me putting that together or having my friend bend it. I've got some sheet metal door panels, which that one's just hanging there by itself, the top half. The lower half I have Zeus fasteners holding it, which is a quarter turn fastener with a steel bracket behind it attached to the factory door sheet metal. I've got the same thing done with the driver door. Plus I've got the sheet metal bent right here, which looks okay. Could be better, could be worse. Temporary mounting fixtures called Clecos. A few of those. Going to do the same thing with the dash. It's all going to be attached by quarter turn fasteners to make it easy to remove and reinstall to do maintenance. Back of it is just set up on some 4x4s right now, just so it's not sitting all cattywampus with the back of it sitting really low and the front of it, the core support hanging up, and it's barely aligned, not even close. What am I talking about? Right here, a couple of the factory mounts that I have. Probably going to use these on the front. Depending on where they install, I might have to cut them down. Well, there ain't no might. They're going to have to be cut down. And if you might tell, I'm at a storage facility. One of the hardest things I've done to this so far is cutting out these two frame gussets that run from the front of the firewall down to the back of the seat in this area, and that's like the front of the bench seat where it mounts to. And then this runs up along the top of the firewall, and you can see the excessive drilling, all these little holes that run along there. Each one of those is a spot weld, and I didn't do a exact count, but I'm pretty sure there's probably 65 or 70 between those two pieces, which took a significant amount of my time. Kind of ridiculous. Yeah, that, and let's see here. There's this piece here, which is another gusset that attaches to those strips of metal there, and right here is the bolt hole for the factory cab mount, which I did that to clearance. So for clearance and purposes right here, so it set down a little lower on the frame, and you know, didn't look like I was trying to build a four-wheel drive vehicle. This is going to be a bit of a street rod slash American bastardization, if you will. And this is the inside of my shop, which is the storage unit. Unit 14 is in my YouTube title name. And got my little tool set here, workbench. Do have a particularly odd hobby of melting aluminum, copper, brass, anything else I can get my hands on that little machine can handle, which has been a good one. And this channel is not here for DIY. It's more of a vlog, just keeping up with what I've done. You know, you may be able to pick up tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. You might see another workbench. This is a clean side of my shop. Yeah, I got the engine kind of as a mock-up right there. I'm not using that block, but all the accessories and whatnots that are on it, that's, you know, what's going to be on the engine that I build, which is going to be a standard bore 350 with a pair of hair dryers attached to it. Those of you not familiar with that terminology, as a turbo. Got my generator. That's how I'll supply power to the place. That way I can use my drill press, bench grinder, belt sander, and a few other little implements that I have around the shop. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah. It's gonna be a fun project. Hope y'all enjoy the ride along, and you know, if y'all have any tips and tricks for me, you know, I'm fairly open to new ideas. You know, and I'm sure there's people out there with way more experience with this type of fabrication than me. You know, this being my first time, you know, venturing into things like this. You know, I am a seasoned mechanic of build engines. You know, if you want to see more of this build, please like and subscribe. You know, every little bit helps. I'm not trying to make any money off this channel, but you know, eventually I'd like to have a little bit of a following. And you know, if you like what you see and enjoy the content, you know, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see. Out.